finally it's still. This is Mana, everybody. She's going to help me today with a few little tutorials, but initially we're going to take her already virtually perfect eyebrows.
Not true.
They are so perfect. And do just a tiny tweak, because in a way Mana feels they're a little bit empty, a little bit fine, and this one actually arches a little more than that one. So with fashion as it is at the moment, this one, it's quite hard to see. Go forward, baby. Yes, is perfect. And this one, even though it's gorgeous, is actually slightly too arched. So the easiest way to do this is my all-time favorite, as always, a gel eyeliner or a gel brows set. These are from Scotty's, professional makeup suppliers in Australia, but MAC do them, Bobbi Brown, just about everyone does gel eyeliners, right? And now they also sort of do gel brow sets too, which is great. So back to, again, the tiniest, flattest little brush you can find, but also sometimes people prefer a point like that and a wider flat. And actually, usually I find the best ones at the art supplies. So we're going to go darkest brown from the Scotty's range and a little bit of black. And all we're going to do, sweetie, is just like put these fine little teeny hairs, which at the moment is nearly always the way I fill eyebrows, because eyebrows need to look hairy at the moment. So you can feel how subtle and little the strokes are, sweetie. So this is basically almost done. Crazy, right? It's about, and Mana's just growing this little part back, and she'll probably find she only needs about 5 to 10 hairs and it'll be done. So that little fill to flatten the brow is pretty much done. And when you have a look, yeah, go up for a sec. And actually stay there for a second. So that little piece up there we could fill as well.
Yeah.
Hang on. Do you know?
Yeah,
do you know
I
that
always
one?
fill in that.
Yeah, yeah. So let's do, again, this few tiny hairs there. Yeah, it's a small, slightly empty place. And you could actually take a couple of hairs out from there as another way to sort of balance that if you wanted to. So now go forward, hun. Yeah. And then have a look. So that's just tiny fill with hairs.
Oh yeah, that looks like so good.
You can't tell, can you?
No.
And that's mainly because of the product and the brush. You can make it such a fine little tiny line. So at the moment, with fashion as it is, it's best to try and create hairs.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we're going to do, just to give them a heavier look, because obviously it's all about really full brows at the moment, we're going to use Bobbi Brown's beautiful brow set. What do they actually call their brow sets? Matt calls them brow sets, and Bobbi Brown, I'm not sure, but I'm going to use their darkest brown, again mixed with a little black mascara. They're basically mascaras, so you can totally use a black mascara. All you need to do is just grab your mascara, sweetie.
And wipe it off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The key is to take off truckloads of it. Like almost what feels like all of it almost.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then just remember to come back on the hairs. So this, can you feel how it's not touching your skin?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can just keep building, just like a mascara. You can keep building until those hairs seem a lot more sort of dense. I'm going to put a tiny bit more black on there, because it's almost like I put the black on and then took the black off. Let's try. Hope that's not too much. Yeah. So it's kind of what I've found over the years, that brushing it against its grain like that lifts it off the skin a bit more easily. And just let it dry a little bit before you place it. And be quite careful placing it, that you don't then cover your skin again. So let's see, do we see a difference between the two of those? Yeah, right. Can you see, babe?
Yeah, that looks really good.
Still looks like hair, right?
Yeah.
And doesn't change.
Yeah.
So the beautiful thing about that, and about, I think, all really good beauty makeup, is that you can't see it. And sometimes that means your quality of product needs to be really, really high, or your application just perfect. But certainly your color match needs to be seamless every time. So with someone like Mana, don't just presume she's black. Her hair isn't black, it's darkest brown, so her hairs and her eyebrows will be a very cool, very dark brown. So the perfect thing really is just to mix the black with the brown. And I think as well, so much of the blogging today is very heavy that it looks quite good in light and it looks quite good on the camera, but in reality it's just so heavy, it's almost nothing to do with fashion.
Yeah, like the Insta brows.
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of laugh about it in our world. Okay. So there's a tiny little dot there. Yes, I think I've got it. How is this balanced, sweetie? You'll be able to see best. Do we need a bit more on this side, or are we quite close?
I think a little on the bottom.
Yeah, yep. Through here.
Do you see?
I think you'll be able to see best. But let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, they're pretty close. And see, there's a tiny little droplet there. That's what you have to try and avoid.
Yeah.
You also get really good at doing your own because you can really feel it straight away. You can feel, oh, there's too much product on there.
Yeah.
So that is a very quick, incredibly beautiful way of making your eyebrows look thick, very modern, and untouched by makeup. Great.
Thank you.
My pleasure, sweetie.